Hello, everybody. This is Tobias from OWASP, the Open Web Application Security Project, with our newly restarted monthly community updates. With me are Paul Ritchie, our Executive Director, Noreen, our Community Manager, and Johanna, our Committee Lead for the Projects team, for the Projects Committee. It's very nice to see you all here out on Google, and I hope you can get a little bit an update and feel for what's going on at OWASP, what are we doing, what are cool new actions and activities coming up, and we will walk you through this in the next 15 to 20 minutes. If you feel that you want to hear more about specific topics, let us know. This is intentionally a short call and a short community update. So some of the same depth as in a full presentation as you may be used with OWASP. But this is to whet your appetite and to make it more exciting, and then you can call us, send us emails, discuss on the community list about the specific topics, and join the OWASP fight. So without further ado, let me jump into some of the updates that we have. So this will be a monthly format, so we will do this about every year.
No, mi date un cual perro. Como quiera. Ah, no te hice.
¿Que no tengo cuál?
No.
So let's go. That I wanted to mention is that we last month the board
Oh boy, Tobias has a tough connection here.
mission. These
Yes.
Oh, my connection is breaking up. Oh,
There you're
I'm
back.
very
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me again?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay. I'm sorry. I explicitly told the staff here that the connection must be good, but maybe they didn't listen as usual. We will have to reschedule this. I apologize for that. So to come back, we have identified three strategic goals for 2015 for OWASP. The first one is to build a scalable OWASP training program and spread security training around the world. So I think there are many exciting opportunities for our OWASP community to work together on that. So that will be to hold AppSec training conferences, to do training in Latin America and Asia Pacific tours, to go and have training type events in Africa and across the chapters around the world.
I'm afraid the connection froze again.
It sure did. Let's give him a couple seconds here to get back.
Oh, you cannot. I'm dropping again.
Okay, you're back. Go.
Am I dropping again? Yes, I am dropping again. I see. I'm sorry. How bad is the audio?
The audio is fine when you're on.
Okay, so maybe I should speak slower. Probably it doesn't make much difference. Okay, so I will continue. if you can hear me. The second goal is to strengthen our OWASP chapters and to increase the chapter abilities to spread our message. So there we plan to do a lot of events around the world. And I think maybe Noreen will also talk a little bit about her chapter and community activities on that. So I will skip that a little bit. And the third one will be to build a mature OWASP projects platform to make sure that our projects are good in quality, exciting and interesting for the people using them, and that we also measure and understand how good each project is, and to drive the ones that are really going well. So these are the three goals, and we actually already collected a lot of volunteers. So the next step will be to reach out and to drive each one of these goals further. And you are very much invited. So OWASP is a community organization, so we will be working together with you on each of these goals, and of course on the overall global OWASP mission. The next announcement would be that we will have in Amsterdam. So you probably have seen already many messages around this, and our preparations And I can already tell you, if you look at the program, it's extremely exciting. We will have a lot of great keynotes. We have plenty of presentations, as is always with OWASP conferences. We will have a capture the flag. There will be some tool lockpicking. We will have a social event which will be a boat trip, which is included in the ticket. So come there, see a little bit, go on the boat in Amsterdam. It's a beautiful city. You can have a beautiful time there. We will also have workshops on mobile reverse engineering, OWASP ZAP, OWASP Security Shepherd, BEFF. So there's a lot of activities. There will be a project summit. So amazing 4 days of high activity, of high OWASP activity. And if you have only 2 days, then you come 2 days for the main conference track. If you haven't signed up yet, I hope this makes you curious and you take the opportunity to sign up soon. The link is appsec.eu, so very easy to remember. Next month, May 19 to 22 in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And the next topic would be that the next topic is about OWASP Summer of Code. So yesterday the board approved that we will have an AppSec Summer of Code program, which is to allow students to work on some of our projects, and there is funding available for that. So we will soon start to open a call for that so that students can apply and start working on OWASP projects and drive the OWASP mission, and also learn more about OWASP by doing that. And the last of my announcements from the board side this time is I have the great pleasure to announce that we have our new and current executive director as full-time staff on board, which is Paul Ritchie. Paul has been working with us already for many months as interim executive director, and the whole board was really very inspired and amazed by his great work. So we asked him to join our team full-time and to become our full-time executive director. And lucky for us, Paul said yes, and so Paul will be effectively our full-time executive director on May 1. So tomorrow, hooray, welcome on board, Paul. And with that, I hand over to you for a quick update about our operations and from you.
Great, I appreciate that very much, Tobias. Thank you very much, and welcome to everybody out there in the community. I'm really pleased to be here, and I'm pleased that the board provided a strong support and asked me to stay on and keep working. So today, I just wanted to spend a moment sharing with you and reminding you about one or two things. So when I joined the group late last year, we had quite a few challenges on the operations staff. we actually had a couple of gaps, and I'm really proud to say that we filled those gaps and we're up to full strength. And our purpose here to support the full community is what we're all about. So I would encourage each of you, if you have a moment, to reach out to the wiki page and click on that governance link. And not only will you see what our functions are, but you'll see our bright shining faces there. And we do have a couple of new faces, mine of course, as Tobias just announced. Thank you very much. And of course, Noreen, who will be speaking very soon, is our new community manager. I am in the very final stages of hiring a project coordinator. And this is an outstanding item we've had for a while. And I just wanted to say to the community that we have 4 different people from the community working with us on the evaluation staff. So I'm very pleased that we're going to have a really nice and qualified person join us, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll have that announcement by the time we get to Amsterdam. I'd also like to point out that we've got some great all-stars on the operations staff. Kate, Kelly, Laura is just back from leave, so Laura is with us, our events manager, and of course Allison doing all the financial work as well. These 4, I call them my all-stars because they just know what to get done and they reach out and they help the community tremendously. So I thank them every day of the week. Some of you may not know, but we also have a couple of contract people working with us. Matt Tesaro works with us on IT support, and occasionally we'll have somewhere in the systems out there a headache or a question come up, so don't hesitate to reach out to Matt. And there is a link, if you look at the wiki, for IT support. So I just want to remind everybody that's the most efficient way to get these questions handled for Matt. We also have a contract lady by the name of Carol Rogel working with us in events management, and she's been doing quite a bit of work on the Amsterdam event while Laura was out on leave. And some of you have been working with Hugo, our graphic designer. So I just wanted to run through all those names. You see those every so often on emails, and you'll see them on the wiki, but I'm really happy that we're just about up to full strength now to support the full community out there. 1 or 2 quick reminders. As always, we have very strong support for the chapters, but we also have strong support from a financial perspective. And as you may know, Allison does quite a bit of work with each of the chapters on their budgets, as well as helping them with reimbursements. And then Noreen and I work on the community engagement fund side. So some of the chapters out there that might be a little light on some of their budgets, if they have specific funding needs, they can reach out to us, and we do have community engagement funding available to help the chapters out there that need that. There are guidelines, and you can also find that on the wiki page as well. And then the last thing I'd say is please reach out and ask us questions. Our goal is to bring you solutions and answers and support. And you can do that by reaching out on that Contact Us page. And from there, you'll be able to set up one of those case items, or a customer service ticket, I like to call it. And we are very pleased to talk with you, and we want to find every possible solution we can. So that's the short and the sweet one, Tobias. That's all the message I have for today. We'll be back next month with more. So with that, if I may, should I hand it on to Noreen?
Yes, thank you very much, Paul. This is great updates, great news, and it's great to hear all about all our staff members out there helping every day to make the OWASP world a little better. And yes, please, Noreen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Noreen Weisel, and I want to thank everyone for welcoming me to the community. It's been really great to meet you all and to get my sleeves rolled up and help you figure out how to get your chapters running, how to get meetings going. I've had some really great conversations over Skype and over Google Talk and on the phone with a number of chapter leaders about how to put on a event, how to get involved with the educational community. We're actually expanding that. We've just released a new application for the academic supporters, which Kate was a tremendous help in putting together. So we're really pushing to try to get, integrate those communities together so that we have mentorship for students who are learning about application security, and also, places where meetings can be held at universities and also at corporate locations. Those who have been on the community and the OWASP community and OWASP leaders and the OS chapters. Mailing list probably just got my news flash. This is something that I'm trying to do once a month to get everybody up to date on the new chapters that are being formed, leadership changes, and anything that I come up with for like tips on how to utilize social media, how to get more donations into your chapters, and ideas for setting up meetings for your local chapters as well. And I'm perfectly happy if anybody wants to give me a shout to get on Skype and go over some of these ideas for bringing in new members and for the types of meetings that you could be holding to draw interest, and also to reach out to sponsors to sponsor your meetings. I love to do that. If you've been watching the social media, Twitter, Facebook, I've been trying to keep on top of a lot of activities around the world so that people can see what's going on and look at what other chapters are doing as good examples for what you might want to pursue in your own areas. So take a look at those mailing lists to look for my news flash. It's also posted in the blog, which is on the OWASP blog. Trying to see what else I've got here that I've been talking about. I also had a special update recently on the Nepal chapter. We've been reaching out to try to make sure that everybody over there is accounted for, and if they need assistance. And I had a couple of links for some relief agencies that might be helpful, and just the advice to those of us from the application security areas. To make sure that our communities and our networks are reminded that they should, try to be careful when they're giving, funds to these types of disasters, and make sure that the people that you're giving your money to are who they say that they are. So there's a little bit of advice in that. And as soon as I hear more from the Nepal chapter, I haven't heard back from the leader yet, but a couple of the other members of the community have, reached out back to us to let us know that they're okay. And as soon as I hear from that, but I want to make sure that we are a world community and we do reach out to people in our community and show our support for one another, and from everything from this type of thing to just tips for getting your communities engaged. That's about it. Who's next?
Thank you very much, Noreen. Yes, you're right. Our hearts and wishes go out for our Nepal friends far away on the other side of the planet, and we hope that they are all safe and that their families are safe. And thank you very much for also taking care of them. Yeah, it's difficult on such a tragic note to move to another OWASP topic, and how to build a bridge from there. The next topic on the agenda is to she did a lot of great work, and I think she spent I don't know how many hours on reviewing all the projects that we have. Amazing efforts. It's like, I don't know, totally outstanding. And I wanted to give her the chance to talk about where we are with this. You might have kind of reset all the project maturity status. The status and how things are going. So with that, please, Johanna, go ahead.
Hello to everyone. Yes, my name again is Johanna Curiel, and I have been working on reviewing the projects, all the projects, especially on the flagship and lab categorization. It has been an enormous work beginning last year, somewhere in September. I think when I was pretty involved with all the reviews, especially for the flagships and lab. I don't know if some of the community followers are aware that last year most projects were demoted from flagship. It was a huge review. There was a lot of controversy about projects not being active and having flagship status and having lab status. So what the board decided was to downgrade all the projects to a certain status lab, which were flagship, and then from there on make a huge review on the status of activities. The results of this testing that we have been done last year and during beginning of this year until now will be published very soon. On the Project Summit, we will have Project Summit Europe in May. We will have a presentation, me together with one of the project reviewers, Timo Gusen, who has been helping us pretty much also with a couple of reviews for different kind of projects. You have to imagine we have more than 150 projects in total. So reviewing all these projects at a certain level is not easy, and we use different kind of criteria. Most of the question is like, how can one person review everybody, every project? And well, actually, that's not what we do. And I invite everyone very soon to, after we publish the results, to take a look of them and how the approach was done. Unfortunately, I cannot really give all these details right now because it will be very, very intensive and a lot to do it at this moment. But once we have published the results, once again, I invite everyone to take a look of, and especially to see how we did the approach to this review. We also had the help of a tester for a certain kind of projects, such as labs and flagships. And we also use a very good platform for this, which is the Swamp. And it really helped us to evaluate at a minimal level that projects did actually compile, that they can run, that they can start. We are evaluating projects on a certain level of criteria. We are not going, of course, to a completely Q&A, what we call Q quality assurance process, but definitely projects should have, especially the higher in the rank, such as flagships and lab, they should have a certain level of quality, and that's what we are trying to do through this review process. Could you hear me now? I'm not sure if... Yes,
Johanna, I can hear you. And yes, there was some audio glitches, but I can hear you very well at the end. This is exciting news. How far are you in the process of kind of going through the projects you wanted to go through?
Oh, pretty much. I mean, I believe that we did a big cleanup of the inventory, especially for inactive projects longer than a year and 2 years, especially for code and tool projects. Documentation projects are a different kind because you can have a documentation that is pretty valid for a longer period than 2 years, and also keeping up documentation, it requires less updates than, of course, tools and code projects. For example, but for the part of tools and code from incubator, flagship, and labs, which are the 3 categories we have for projects, we did, I think, a complete review on that, especially in activity levels, and at a certain level of quality levels. For lab and flagships, we did a complete run and test on if they can build, if they can start, and a minimum quality assurance cover we did on those ones. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, so that's actually my update so far. I think that the important thing is that people can go now to the OWASP project inventory page on the OWASP projects, and they can look at very up-to-date information on projects. And we have also done a lot of work making sure that when people start projects, they have a code and they have a minimum level to fill in this information. Yes? I pass the word.
Okay, Tobias, are you back with us? Okay, looks like Tobias has dropped off. Okay, hey, this is Paul Ritchie. Let me jump in for just a minute. And I'm not sure we covered LATAM Tour earlier, so let me just spend a minute while we see if we can get Tobias back. And those of you that have been involved with LATAM Tour know that we just completed a 3-week cycle through LATAM, and there were, I think, 8, 9, maybe 10 different countries where we had various presentations and trainings. And if you reach out to the wiki page for the LATAM Tour, you can see each one of the countries there. There's an update on their schedule and their speakers, and a couple of them actually have some pictures there. So it was a great, great tour, and it's amazingly, I'm surprised it can even get done with the logistics you have to do to travel through 8 or 9 countries in 3 weeks. But we understand that there are over 900 different people participated in the conference and the training, and some portion of those also were participating via streaming. So we're really pleased with that outcome. So let's see. I don't see Tobias back yet. Okay. Well, Noreen, anything else we want to add on your side? You're on mute, Noreen. Noreen, you're on mute.
All right, that's better. Yeah, I just wanted to say I probably should have mentioned that I am in New York City, so I'm based on Eastern Time in the United States. So I try to do my best to, reach out to the communities during their, waking hours, and I do, I do schedule tweets and things like that and social media so that people can get, timely information. So just keeping that in mind.
Great, thanks. Okay, hey Tobias, looks like you're back here. We're just doing a wrap-up. I did a short review of the LATAM tour, and Noreen did a short note there, and Joanna finished up her presentation. Did you want to do a closing wrap-up, Tobias? Well. What do you say? Consensus? Shall we go ahead and wrap it up? Looks like he's having connection problems. Joanna, anything? Final comment on your side?
No, not really. Once again, I invite everyone to, if they have the opportunity, to come to the Project Summit. And once again, after May 20, we will have all the results of the project reviews and the process published on the wiki OWASP website.
That's great. That's great. I also will be in Amsterdam, so I look forward to meeting everyone in the community who also is going to be there. And it should be a fantastic, fantastic week. Martin and his team have done some great things, so if you haven't already registered, go ahead and do it. Look forward to seeing you there. So one last time, Tobias, are you still with us? Would you like to wrap up? Okay, then let's call it complete. And we just spent 35 minutes here. And sorry we were not able to pull Tobias back in for the rest of the community to have a wrap-up call. But thanks, everybody. And we'll see you next month on the next Google Hangout. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. See you next month. Bye. Bye.
There he is.
Bye.
Bye-bye.